Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. I was noticing a little while ago two things. First of all, it's 20.5 Celsius already. It's going to be another nice warm day, I think. Haven't checked the weather yet. Anyway, second thing I noticed was that our sunrise, every time I looked at it in the monitor for about the last hour, it looked interesting. Not spectacular, but it's sure a lot better than what we've been having. So it might be a good idea to do a time lapse and stick it at the end of today's episode. I haven't done that for a while. Okay, now here's the plan for today. I was thinking about these little pieces here. You know, we're trying to get these tiny red rings to sit properly on that cylinder. And then I put the U-shaped thing down with the hex nut. But you know, I was thinking that maybe what I should try to do, and I haven't tried it yet, and I'll practice. First of all, I'll practice off camera. I've got 5 of these things to make, so I'll do the first 4 off camera, and if it works out, I'll do the 5th one with the macro lens. But the idea is, I'm going to see if maybe it's a good idea to try and get that red ring on the hex nut first, and then put the whole thing down. I think that might work better instead of trying to get 3 things positioned just right all at the same time. It's a thought. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know how strong that connection is that we glued up yesterday. It hasn't fallen apart yet, and I don't want to be poking at it. It just has to hold together until I get everything glued in place. There's going to be a lot of fragile stuff on that motor, as well as those spigots that we glued up the other day. These pieces also are going to be really delicate. So, yeah. But once we get that done, as near as I can see here, we are done with step 42. So that'd be kind of nice. I'd really like to turn the page today if I could. And do a little less talking and a little less videoing. Yesterday's episode was like, what, another 32, 33 minutes long or something? I don't realize how long they are until I go to edit them out, and it just goes and goes. And you know what? I try to think of, okay, what can I cut out here? And I don't know. Maybe I should be cutting more out. I think I should be videoing less. Anyway, enough talk here. Let me just get at it. I'm going to check my my new idea out and see if it works. Missy the dog's probably going to be coming by in, I'm guessing, an hour and a half. And I think she's going to come in again. It was kind of funny yesterday. She was kind of timid. Well, I guess she'll get used to it, because that's going to have to be the new normal, because it's going to soon start getting too cold to be sitting outside. Anyway, enough about the dog. Let's just sort of get at her here. Yeah. You can hardly wait for me to sit down. Okay. Okay, there you go. Okay. Now, wait. Just one at a time. Oh, sorry, Missy. Here. One at a time. I guess I had them a little bit too close to your nose. When she goes down, she'll get the other one.
Yeah.
Okay, there's one on the floor there. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, now you can come back up. There we are. All right. So you had a short walk, Missy.
Just got down to Cassie's place and turned around.
I thought it was going to be nice today, but now I'm thinking it might not be.
Possibility of thunderstorms in the morning.
Yeah, it doesn't look too promising. Have you been a good dog, huh? She's going to go explore the house now.
She's getting braver.
Yeah. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay. Now, let me zoom in a little bit, but I'm not going to put the macro lens on. Okay. I did them pretty much the same way as what you saw yesterday. No use putting the macro lens on because you're going to see it did not go well. They're on, and you might notice there's a little bit of glinting going on. That's because afterwards I reinforced them with CA glue thin. So I'm going to have to possibly just take and brush them and try not to cover up the red. Yeah, at arm's length, like you're actually looking at them right now closer than arm's length. So I think at arm's length they're going to be okay, but I do think that in all likelihood some of them are just sort of hanging on by a thread, you might say, and it could be before I'm done I'm going to have to re-glue some of them back in place. But I was going to say let's turn the page, but I'm noticing there is one more little aspect of this step that we should maybe consider doing. Yeah, I'll just recompose here and we'll talk about it. Okay. Now, let me zoom in a bit here. When we view this part in this drawing here, we have to flip it over. Right now it looks like these handles are glued on the wrong way. But if we turn this over so it's the same orientation as the drawing here, then we can see that these little handles are the correct way. Now when we move over to this drawing, we are actually viewing it turned upside down, like this. Okay, and you can see I've got the control handles in the right orientation. But at first it threw me too. So I can really see where that that viewer thought that I possibly glued them on the wrong way. Now, this is the thing that we're going to leave until later, but I'm just sort of wondering maybe. Okay, so let's get this the way it's supposed to go here. Okay, so if that goes like this, let's get it out here where we can see. Okay, then this goes on here like this. Now, wonder why they're getting us to glue this on now. It just wouldn't it make more sense to glue it on afterwards? And out here is the part that broke off. I don't know if I'm going to do anything with that or not. Yeah, I might just leave that off because I don't think it goes to anywhere. I think it just sort of sticks out from the side of the engine. Okay, now in order to see this part and the pipe and everything in the right orientation, excuse me, to the engine, we have to flip the page. However, just let me carefully put this back here. Okay, we do have one more thing that we got to do here that I missed. Okay, we got this pipe here, the S16. It gets put on the side of the engine in step 42 here. So why don't we just go ahead and do it? It looks like it's probably going to be fairly easy, and that would be this pipe here. Get it in the right way. I think it goes like this. Yeah, that's sort of correct. And then somehow we stick it on the side here. Let's just sort of recompose here. Let me grab a hold of this part with the helping hands to hold it at a bit of an angle, and then we can let gravity be our friend here. I've got it sort of laying in place here, but looking at the manual, if we follow this arrow, the arrow does not come where I've got it. The arrow stops on the left side of this little gusset. There's the three gussets. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I've got it where I thought it should go, because it's but there is, by the way, there's no mark or hole or anything right there. So this is actually supposed to go here, like this. Sorry about my big fingers in the way. Okay, I think it's supposed to go like that. So if I was to put a little bit of extra thin right there, let it wick its way in behind, and the same thing down here, it shouldn't mark the paint too badly. Why don't we just do it as long as we're all set up here? Okay, now I know paint doesn't, you know, you can't glue paint to paint, but you sort of can, as long as there doesn't need to be any strength involved. Okay, does that look like it's, yeah, I think it's going to be okay. Okay, so that piece is on. But we've still got to try and decide, like what are we going to do here now? Okay, I know I'm kind of beating this to death, aren't I? And I know that step 42 wants us to put this piece on right now. In other words, turn this thing upside down and place it on, and it sort of hangs down. But I, moments ago, looked ahead in step 43 to find out exactly where this goes. And let me zoom you in a bit. Okay, it actually goes right here. Like something like this, the way I'm holding it there. And then this pipe hangs down and meanders around the side of the engine somehow. I'm thinking it might be a good idea to put this piece on now and then place the pipe later, because in all likelihood, I can't see why I can't do that. You know, if we turn the engine upside down or almost upside down, we'll actually be able to sort of let gravity be our friend. So let's just sort of recompose, and you know what? Why don't we? Yeah, let's turn the page here, and then we're going to be officially on step 42. I mean step 43. Okay. So here we go, step 43. Our manual's getting a little bit ragged, isn't it? Yeah, you can see here where it shows to put it on. It's probably going to not be in focus, but let's call her quits for today. I did go out and have my motorcycle ride here about an hour ago, because according to the weather office it's supposed to start raining around 3 this afternoon, which is when I usually normally go for my ride. So yeah, I'm gonna call her quits here for today, folks. Oh, when I was editing out my stuff, got a notification in my computer, and I don't know if anybody's interested or not, but Aussie Trekkie is starting the USS Arizona, the 1/200 scale one. So I don't know if you want to follow that or not. Okay, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're gonna see you tomorrow in step 43.